adventurers, welcome to this week's video. This week I'm headed to Stockton Lake for another camping trip. I've never camped there before, so I'm thinking this is going to be a great adventure. Not only are we going to be camping, fishing, and potentially biking, but flying the drone, but I have one of the coolest recipes to try while we're there. Tell you what though, before we get started with that, let's fan that flame and let's go to the Bible and read 1 John chapter 4 verses 10. This is love. Not that we loved God, but that He loved us and sent His Son as an atoning sacrifice for our sins. You know, just like food, just like water, both are human basic needs. And so is a sense of belonging and being accepted. Who you are is not what the world says you are, or who the world thinks you are. It's not determined by where you fit in or where you work or the crowds that you hang with. Who you are, your true identity, should be based on having a relationship with God. Many things in this world can be taken away from us, but God and your relationship, our relationship with Him, is the perfect foundation for everything else to be built on. That foundation is solid, and none of that can be taken away from us. God loves us just as we are. God loves you just as you are. Nothing else really matters. Sound good? All right. I hope that's a little bit of encouragement for you. But I'll tell you what, right now, let's get into this week's adventure. All right. We're off and running. Mileage update. 230,097. 400 a long ways away. All right, we see anything along the way worthy of videoing, we'll bring it to you. Hi, dears. Pulled into the campground area trying to pick out a site and saw those deer. Thought it would be cool to show you. Hi guys. I heard them coming, and I turned this on as fast as I could, and I think that was a good shot of those two bald eagles. Hopefully more of that to come. All right, I might as well start here. I tried 4 or 5 different sites, and some didn't have Wi-Fi, some the restrooms were locked up, and I finally found this place. It's a Missouri site on Stockton Lake, Corps of Engineers site, and it's called Hawker Point. And it's not the best, but take a look at this. And I'm jesting, of course, because this is perfect. I was getting all frustrated and afraid I wasn't going to find anything, and then I found this. And this is beautiful. I am going to be fishing down there after a while. You'll see the smoke off into the background there. Every single one of these that I've been to today, around the edges, they've been doing controlled burns and getting ready for the season, because the season really kicks off the 15th of this month, March. I'm just a couple weeks early because the weather's so nice. So anyway, here's camp. Collected a little bit of wood already for the fire pit to get it started, and then I brought more wood as well. I'm going to be sitting there. I brought the Camp Chef outdoor oven. Wait till you see what's for dinner, and wait till you see what's for breakfast. Got some fishing worms if I need them, some supplies, my fishing poles, the drone, because yeah, we're going flying. Trusty Tahoe, and the Outback Lodge is all set up. there she is. I doubt I need the little buddy, but I'll bring it everywhere I go. Air mattress is airing up. Bedding is in there, so. What do you think? Did I do good? Let me run over here. All right, I'm gonna go fish for a bit, see if I can catch anything, and then we'll get a fire going and dinner. Man, I am sure glad that I found this spot, because it's number one, it looks better than the others. Look at that beauty. Well, that's about the 7th or 8th cast with nothing, no nibble. White swim bait there, and a chartreuse spinner bait. Spring is coming, no doubt, but I might have to switch to those worms I brought. We'll see. All right, let's give this a try. Bobber, little split shot sinker, and a worm. Let's see what happens. I haven't fished with the bobber in years, but I don't know that leaving it on the bottom is going to be the best thing either. And we'll see. I think that's 2 eagles. Yeah, it is. Pretty sure, may not be. Nope, those just might be a type of a gull. Yep, that's yeah, not eagles. Darn it. Just a type of a seagull. Oh well. Well, I can really smell that smoke over here on those controlled burns they're doing. It actually smells good. I'll tell you what, I don't know if I could have found a better spot than this. Mercy sakes. I got the place to myself too. That's why I like camping this time of year. I don't mind going. I don't mind being a little cold. But I got the gear where I'm not that cold ever. I admit I was a little last week, but I wasn't fully prepared, so. Or the weatherman lied to me, actually, so. All right, I'll be back. Tell you what, it's about 4:20, and I know it's gonna get dark early. So, how about a little drone flight now? Hopefully you'll enjoy this. I just got done flying the drone. I hope you enjoyed that, but I'm going with Old Faithful now. If there's a fish in that lake, I will catch one on this beetle spin. So, wish me luck. Tell you what, walk over here. Treacherous. If there is a crappie, a bass, a bluegill, a sunfish, they will bite that. I'm using a little Zebco 33 combo. Bought at Walmart, nothing fancy. Perfect for what they call panfish, and I love bluegill. We'll see. This dinner that I've been talking about, I'm so excited about it. Hopefully it turns out better than my lack of fish catching ability. Also, can I vent? The Wi-Fi, I mean, it says my texts are being sent, but they're not. I tried to call a family member, my wife actually, and it rang and rang and rang. So I know that I don't have the service that it tells me I have, so that's very frustrating. So we'll see. Thanks for letting me vent there. Very frustrating. But that drone flight was super awesome. And the dinner is going to be super awesome. My campsite is super awesome. The temperature is super awesome, really, for camping when you have the right gear. Because it's cold, don't get me wrong. And it'll be cold tonight, overnight. But look at this. It's beautiful. I know. You wish you were here with me. That's why I do this. Those that can't can experience here on Adventure Possible. But the coolest thing is, if you can't go camping, can't go fishing, can't go flying a drone, you can get in the Bible, and there's all sorts of excitement in the Bible. Get in there, find out what is going on and what happened, because it is cool. All right, man, I hate to give up. It ain't in me to give up, but it's getting dark and I want to cook this dinner for you guys. Show you how cool it is. Then you guys do it and send me feedback. Can you see that smoke over there where they're doing those controlled burns? That's pretty cool. They do a great job. The Corps of Engineers. All right, I'm gonna give up, I guess, and go cook some dinner. Might go on an e-bike ride. It's still light enough to do that. But I wanted to catch at least a fish. Man. Nice little cove here. They got to be in there. That smoke actually smells good. All right, I'm gonna surrender. Sorry I couldn't bring in a fish for you guys. Well, one more. I'm gonna go slow. Oh! I'm just kidding. Wish I wasn't, but I was. All right, let's go cook an awesome dinner. All right, I'm gonna get the campfire started, and I wanted to show these to you. World's best fire starter. No kindling, no newspaper, 30-minute burn time, boils 8 cups of water actually. We won't need that, but look how big they are. They're huge. Anyway, I'm gonna get the fire started, and then I'm gonna start dinner, and I'm gonna show you what we're doing. So get ready. That should get them going. Then I'll put some bigger logs on there, so. Oh yeah, that's gonna be perfect. How's that looking? Can't wait to get some color changers in there tonight. Well, I didn't have any success fishing, but I did have success in flying the drone. And I did have success in picking an awesome campsite. So, hope you guys enjoy this. I'm gonna start dinner here in a second, and I'm so excited about this dinner. I don't know why, but I hope you think it is as cool as I do. So, stand by again, and I'll be back with you. All right, guys, here we go. Dinner tonight is titled Pizza Roses. I just saw this on Instagram the other day, and I go, I have to do that. So hopefully it'll turn out as good as what I think it will. So, oh, actually, I'm gonna preheat the outdoor oven. Stand by. The oven is going, and I am ready. So, tell you what, as an appetizer, I got some Tostitos habanero. Little Paul Newman mild salsa. I hope you enjoy this as much as what I hope you can. So, here we go. Let me get breakfast out of the way and a snack out of the way. All right. Pillsbury pizza crust. Peel here first. I used to love doing that as a kid, and I've kind of wiped this down, but there is our pizza crust, right? I'm gonna take it out of there. And we are gonna unroll it. Just like that. Take your canola oil, olive oil. I like the butter flavored oil spray. Spray your pan. Good and sprayed, right? Okay. Then, kind of spread this out a little bit. I brought a pizza slicer. Do Do it in thin strips. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for your muffin pan. Then let's put some Gerber. I love that thing. Sliced mozzarella. And that thing is razor sharp, so be careful. This is a cutting board as well, so slice some thin mozzarella. I'm probably not slicing it as thin as what I should, but slice it thin. Set your mozzarella on the dough like that. Told my wife I'd bring her some of these back. Can't make any promises, but there's no way I can eat that many, so. Three more slices. That's about right, actually, for that hunk of cheese. A little more than what I needed. All right, you got that? Then I just got great value. Shake it up. Put it on your dough and your cheese. I'm gonna have to wipe that down, I know. And then take your pepperonis. Just grab the big old handful of them out of there. Eat that one. But lay in those pepperonis on top of that dough and that cheese. Just like that. Again, I wish I would have invented this, but it was a recipe I saw on Instagram and I knew I had to do it. You know I like me some pizza. I think we can use all of this package. And again, it's a little messy, that's alright, don't worry about it. Man, pepperoni is so good. Just lay it on there, overlap them. Can you hear the coyotes howling in the background? That's pretty cool. Bunch of them. All right, then here's the tricky part. You got to roll them. Take your time, Roll them right. Just like that. Stick them in your pan. Roll them. Just like that. Stick them in your pan. Roll them. Stick them in the pan. A little bit of a mess, but not bad. We have created pizza roses. When those bake and expand, you are not gonna believe it. So then, a little bit of a mess. Wipe it on your jeans. A little bit of butter spray. Spray on the top. I don't have any olive oil. That's probably what we should. And then put those in the oven and just periodically check them until they're done. So, I don't know, 25 minutes at 350, I'm guessing. But wait till you see when I bring them out of the oven. All right, I'll be back with you shortly. All right, little update. Fire is going very strong. Heat feels great. The view is amazing, as you can see. And the pizza roses are cooking nicely. So, looks like the temp's about 300. We needed to keep climbing, but slow cook them. Just keep an eye on them, it'll be fine. Deliciousness is on its way. Beauty is already here. Here is a view from tent side of camp. The reason I'm doing this view is because if you could smell the pizza roses coming out of that outdoor oven, you would have drool running from your lips right now because it smells so good. But look at that view. You guys know how much I like my outdoor lodge. Or no, Outback Lodge, excuse me. I love the outdoors and I love the Outback Lodge. It's amazing. Look at that view. I should have turned my tent the other way so when I came out in the morning I'd see the water. But I have a back window. But look at that. Man. That might be the perfect picture. And if you could smell the pizza roses cooking, it just adds to the magnificence. All right, it won't be long now. We'll be having pizza roses shortly. All right, I'm getting ready to pull the pizza roses out of the oven. Check out my beautiful fire, and I'm gonna throw some color changers in there later before we go to bed. But look at these. I think they're about done. I'm gonna pull them out of there because they're looking awesome. But if you look across the water, there is a fire right there on the other side. But other than that, it's calm and cool and quiet. All right, I'll be back with you when I get these things out of the oven. All right, I do believe they are done. We have pizza roses. They do look like roses, actually. Let me get one or two out of there and share with you just how good they are. Oh, they come out perfectly. I like the way that one looks right there. Oh man. So they're very, very hot, but take a look at those. Steam is pouring off. Let me separate one for you. Oh, yeah, they're perfect. The cheese is all melted, pepperoni's hot, the dough is cooked, and let's go. Mmm, it's so hot. Guys, that is so good. So very good. The dough, the butter, the pepperoni, the crisp. It is amazing. I'm taking 3 home to my bride so she can enjoy it as well. So, all right, here in a few minutes we'll be sitting around there with some awesome colors. All right, I'm chilling by the fire, and I must say that is an awesome fire. It's burning so hot that you can't see the color packet that I threw in there. There's a few blues and greens right in there, but it is flaming. I'm just gonna chill out for a little bit and hang out by the fire. Well, it's about 7:30, 7:40, somewhere in there. Fire is I got an hour left maybe. Went over to the tent, turned on the inside light. I don't know if you can see that, but it's about a 3/4 of a moon, but in the clouds. I'm pointing it out towards the lake, but you can't see it, so. I'm gonna chill out here a little bit longer, then go to bed early. I always sleep good in the tent for some reason when I'm warm. So, and I got the good gear, so I'll be warm. I will see you in the morning. All right, adventurers. I'm going to lay my head on the pillow. Got a couple lights there. Got the heater to turn on if I needed, but I won't need. So, tell you what, I'm crashing out, but I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It is windy. I was going to cook breakfast in here, but man, it is so windy out there. The wind is howling. Beautiful sunrise though. I tell you what, we may just wrap up the video here. Not do breakfast. GoPros do not like the cold weather, that is for sure. What I was saying is, I think we're gonna just call it. Pack up. It's gonna be fun taking that thing down in the wind, but it's a beautiful day. Got some storms rolling in and some colder temperatures going into the weekend, but that's all right. Fan the flame, people. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, share it if you don't mind. I'll see you next time. Guys, I was leaving the campground and there is a bunch of turkeys. I don't know how many, but it was a lot. Let's see if we see them. Yeah, see him in there? I hope you can. Ooh, there's some big longbeards in there. Bunch of them. All right, now officially, thanks for tuning in this week, and we will see you all next week. Take care, and as always, Romans 12:12, joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. See you next time.